Warning, you are not watching Siskel and Ebert.
You are now entering Wang World.
Topical back with another video. I'm Strange Wang, and today I have a film review for the movie Air. And before we get that thanks button underneath this video, donate some money to Topical. You know, not a lot. I need a little bit of that cheese. You know, throw a couple clams your boys' way. You know what I'm saying? And if you do,
I appreciate that.
But let's get down to brass tacks. What you came to see, Air. I give it 9 Wangs out of 10.
Why?
Because this movie is extremely well made throughout, and every aspect is extremely well made. It also made me believe in this underdog and want him to succeed. Now, you may be like, no shit, Wang, that was the point of the movie. And I get that. But just like you watching this review, I knew the outcome already. I own Jordans. I know the outcome. I know Nike gets this deal. But there's a point in time in this movie where I was like, oh my God, Mike going to Adidas. And I was like, wait. I looked down at my feet and I said, no, he didn't. So that movie made me believe, even if it was for a split second throughout this movie, times in this movie, that Michael Jordan wasn't going to Nike, it made me still believe. And that's a nod to the cap to this film. And the biggest round of applause needs to go to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, quarterback of the film, he's the director. He's got to make sure he picks the right people for the jobs. And my favorite part of this movie is the set designers and costume designers. They made this film feel so authentically 80s. It was like a time machine. And I've never been back in the 80s. So it could be all wrong, but it felt so authentic to me that I was like, man, he really like transported every frame of this film to make sure it felt like the 1980s. And it starts off in such a smart way with a montage of 80s stuff like Hulk Hogan and everything. So with that being said, the feel of this movie really transports you to a time period. And I guess it is a period piece if you really want to take it that far technically. So, and that helps me get invested in these characters because it makes these characters feel real and authentic. And it doesn't make it funny with these stupid ass haircuts that these people had in this film. Especially you, Ben Affleck. I don't know what the hell you were trying to do, but it wasn't working. But something else that helped me and my investment in this film is the actors. They acted their asses off. Phenomenal cast. Let's get out of the way about it. Like Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, Viola Davis. You know they're going to kick ass with their performances. They are phenomenal talents. And they're going to do their thing when the camera light is on. Chris Tucker. He switched it up. He wasn't your regular old Chris Tucker. He had a little bit more diversity in this role where he was very funny and comedic and charming. But he was also not the usual, damn man, and doing what he's known for from Rush Hour and Friday. So I'm glad to see that. Marlon Wayans, he's dipped his toe in the serious acting stuff more recently. And he's a good actor. He's not the greatest in the world. But he's a good actor. So
they did a great job executing it. Really nice job.
The only thing I didn't like in this film was the writing. And I felt like if the writing wasn't in the hands of such talented actors, it would have turned out like shit.
Really?
And that's because even with these talented actors, some scenes and some lines just came out corny or predictable. And I personally did not like that because it was like, when you cringe during a film or think, well, that's stupid. Or like something like that. It breaks that investment that I had from these fine actors on screen. It breaks up the story, and now my interest is down. I'm not interested anymore. My investment is out the window at times. Like the Peter character. That might be how he was in real life. But on screen, he came off like a complete nematode and was kind of distracting And I was just like,
My God, are you still talking?
same thing with Ben Affleck. There's one scene towards the end with Ben Affleck with a meeting, and it's like, this is a bad Saturday Night Live joke written in a movie that is way better than a Saturday Night Live skit. So why is this in here? I don't know, but it sucked. And that was a moment where I shouldn't have been taken out of this movie, but I was. And there's a few more like that in Air. However, the good way out.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
The good outweighs the bad when it comes to Ben Affleck's Air, and because of that, I gave it a 9 Wangs out of 10.
Nice.
One of the easiest movies of the year so far to get invested in, so definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it. But that's just what I think. If you've already seen it, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video,
And then?
subscribe.
And then.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.